Okay, first of all, I've got a little message for you from Estelle, whom I met last week. If you double click on it. Does it work?
Hey Kanye, how you doing? I hope the tour's been great. How did you enjoy London? I know you've been there before, and I know you killed it before, but how did you enjoy London this time around with this new album?
So, that was what she was saying.
Okay.
So, what is your answer to that? How was London?
London was cool. It was all good.
Is that what did you do there? Did you, were you on a promotion tour there, or?
You all went through a lot to get that question asked.
Sorry?
That was a whole lot that y'all went through to ask that question, how did I enjoy London? I mean, I just like London. It's like one of my homes. I feel like America, Japan, London, and Paris. It's like my 4 homes.
You're not satisfied with one only?
I guess it's one way to look at it.
Okay. I was quite, as I'm not a real hip-hop guy, so I was quite impressed with the new album because that was more music I would listen to because of the electronics. I'm an 80s child, I was into synthesizer bands and stuff.
Oh, wow, great. Yes, thank you. I'm glad somebody likes it other than just me.
Yeah,
because I get a lot of backlash about this album.
I can imagine, yeah. Unfortunately, I read a critic who wrote you should sell headache pills with the album because he can't stand it.
Yeah.
He said it gives him headaches. Let us know, what was the idea to go somewhere different than you did before?
I mean, just in life, if you like the type of music and you listen to it all the time, you know, why not follow your heart? Why not follow what makes you happy? I remember when the movie American Werewolf in Paris came out, and it had the theme song, I think was by Blur, Nothing Hurts Like Your Mouth, Mouth, Mouth. And like me and my friends used to love that song so much. And it was like we weren't supposed to like the song or something because of where we were from. Or we like songs like, So Kiss Me Under the Moon, Starlight. Like all these songs are just these incredible melodies from the 80s and from the 90s. A lot of the 90s stuff. The people keep on saying 80s, but they were like these Mr. Jones and me. Like all these sweeping melodies and Nirvana and shit like that. Like, and I'm like, I really love music and I love to sing these songs and I can make music. So why not just make music? Like, you know?
True, but does it hurt when the critics say they don't like it? Does that hurt you, or do you stand above it?
I have to stand above it. You know, I would hope that all I can do is just do what I feel is right and believe in and make the best music I can and hope that it overcomes every time, because that's my responsibility, to keep putting out groundbreaking music. And I think my music is, and it's, I just do what I'm feeling at the time. And if I'm tired of something, then I'm tired of it and I don't want to use it. And if I'm not tired of something, then I do want to use it. And I just base it off of that. Like some people don't like auto-tune, but I do. So I use it. You know why? Because my name is on the album.
Right, yeah, that's okay. Also, you were, like in the title of the album, you were using the 808 Roland 808 a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you're from Chicago, where house music was born as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the 808 was one of their tools to make house music.
Yeah.
So do you have any memories that from that time that you were choosing the 808 to use?
You know what? It's like that honest house music and house beat, I haven't quite fully accomplished that, but I'd like to. I like to be able to make an album that's completely house, but as good as some of the house music, that some of the classics, Got a house music, hot doom 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 hot doom 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 doom. Like, I want to be able to make music like that. I just have to keep on going to the studio and trying. Like, house music used to have like these full-on orchestrations, horns, symphonies, these screaming chorus lines on top of them and stuff, and they had like beat to it. So I'm just combining like a lot of different styles of music, and I think because I'm hip-hop, I feel like I have the right to use whatever type of music I want, because that's one thing about hip-hop is like we'll sample anything we want and just make it hip-hop. But now, like, more so than being hip-hop music, I think I'm Kanye West music. It's like, it's something more than just hip-hop, you know.
And, I mean, aren't we tired of sort of the traditional hip-hop, the gangster style thing? I mean, we had this for ages. Is that like a bit of being over?
Yeah, but a really, really good gangster record would never get old to me. It's like a great gangster movie. Like, it'll never get old. Actually in hip hop, I like gangster rappers a lot. I've always liked gangster rap music, so I'm not gonna say that I'm tired of it, but I will say that when I'm in my apartment just chilling, after rapping all day, every night, I don't put on hip hop music. I put on like Radiohead. I put on Portishead. I put on Superhead, a tape by Superhead, videotape. Put on Red Hot Chili Peppers. I put on maybe some like R&B, like The Dream. But I seldomly like turn on like the rap music. So.
Right. Coming back to your album, the cover design, the melted heart balloon, I think is a good symbol for the mood I hear on the record. But was that a good moment to record a record that sounds sad and blue and kind of moody? Was that like kind of, don't know, therapy for you or?
Well, yeah, people always ask, was it therapy? And even though I scream out, I still feel like I didn't get my whole point. There's no way to express exactly what I was going through. But I think it's always good to express what you're going through, to be expressive, because these songs might help other people for what they're going through. Especially, what's weird is like women really like this album, they connect with it, but men, there's nobody who speaks on a man's behalf of the way we really feel. What's the last album done by a very like, you know, macho guy that expressed feelings and emotion? Like talked about heart, not just like sex and pretty girls and cars, but actually like kids and love and family and success and time distribution. Because the greatest thing that a man has to give to anyone, whether it's their kids or whether it's their wife, is time. And how much time do we spend, you know, chasing the American dream or chasing money and materialistic things? How much time do we actually give to the women and children? And that's what this album, more so than, you know, what type of music, you know, the way I chose to express it, that message is what people need to leave with the most, I think.
Do you think this message will reach the people?
Yeah, I think so. But I think that people will be dancing to it and everything, and they'll look up and say, wow, he was really talking about real things in that. Like, it's not artificial, you know. It's not artificial. It's really soul food. It's still soul food.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. You've said, I mean, you're a successful producer, and but you said you feel kind of isolated from what's important in life. Is that true? I mean, do you feel isolated? Are you missing something because you're famous and a big producer and everything?
Yeah, just right now, it's just like about time for like me to have family and for me to ration my time a little bit better, and spend more time just focusing on those things. Yeah.
I mean, does that mean you would really throw your career away and say, I start my family business now and...
That's pretty extreme, isn't it? Aren't there people who are successful rock stars that have kids?
There are a few who have.
So that doesn't mean they didn't throw their career away. Life is not all or nothing. Life sometimes is a ration of this and a ration of that to make the perfect mixed drink.
Okay. This year's one of the most famous singers was American Boy that you did with Estelle.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us how you both met? You understand?
Well, yeah, through John Legend, because that's John Legend's artist. So I came to the studio and we just listened to the record, and my rap actually was way longer than that, and we had to like cut it down. That was one verse, and we separated it to 2 verses and cut it down. Because sometimes when I hear a beat, I just start thinking of so many raps for it. So.
Are you, talking about rap, are you a freestyle rapper? I mean,
Yeah, I just freestyle.
Really?
And I just freestyle maybe like 10 times, and I get all my lines that I want to say. There'll just be things that just are on the top of my mind that I feel like saying.
You're besides your own music, you produce a lot of people and produce a lot of songs for other people.
Yeah, I used to.
Used to? You mean?
Now I don't produce a lot at all. I only produce for my friends, like Common, Jay-Z. I don't produce a lot of songs at all for people.
I mean, were you tired of it, doing it? Or because
No, I just focus more on my music. I just focus more because sometimes when you produce for other people, they're in charge of, you know, when it comes out, the way it's perceived, the way people look at it. You know, when I produce a song for me, it's like, not only do I do the song, but I also like think of like the outfit that I'm gonna wear when I do the song, and how I'm gonna present it to the world, and what the video is gonna look at, and how it's gonna be performed. So, if you produce songs for people, you'd want an artist that takes that amount of care in those records. And there's only a couple of artists in the world who take that amount, that care as much as I do. And some of them have their own producers. So, like the Killers produce themselves. But that's a group that cares that much.
By the way, did you like the latest Killers album?
I've been listening to it. I'm liking the stuff I'm hearing. What do you think?
I met them last week in Berlin, and I think it's a weird mixture of, I mean, a bit of Talking Heads, then they have the Grace Jones piano in it, and then another song. Yeah. So it's a weird journey, I think. It's not, doesn't sound like one
cohesive thing. Yeah.
That's what I think.
You know, I think with this album I just dropped is my most cohesive sounding album out of any of my albums. It like really sounds like all these songs belong together. Whereas some of my other albums, you could tell they were recorded at completely different times and kind of just placed together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I read that your father was a Black Panther activist.
Mm-hmm.
And he left the family early, but do you have something, are you a rebel? Do you have a rebel side?
Oh yeah, I definitely think I'm a rebel. I just stand up for what I believe in. That's it. It's like, that's what my parents taught me. And, you know, I make my own mind up, and then I stand behind it.
What is it you believe in then?
Whatever it is, you know, particularly, you know, I might not have it on top of my mind now, of like something I want to rebel against, but whatever it is, whatever I believe in, I'm gonna stand up for.
I mean, you raised your voice a lot. You were talking about homophobia in hip hop. You were saying things about the Katharina thing that happened.
Yeah.
And so, are you a political person then?
No, not political at all. I'm non-political. I'm politically incorrect. Yeah, I'm not into politics either.
You aren't?
No, not at all.
No?
Yeah, it's just not. Politics are a hobby for some people. Like watching sports, watching politicians, watching the news, talking about it. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? I don't get into it. I like looking at clothes and art and movies, like, and making music. So.
Funny, we have a youth magazine here, teenager magazine, Bravo. And this like last week, they put Obama in it. I mean, America's far away, so, and why should German kids care about it?
He's a pop star.
Do you care about it? I mean, is that important for you that he's going?
That's his answer. He said he's a pop star.
But do you care that he will be?
They put pop stars in that magazine. Obama's the most popular person on the planet. He's a pop star. That's why they put it. It's a pop magazine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it for you important that he will be the president? Is that like?
Yeah, it's quite important. You know, with the way I'm raised and the idea that it's a place on earth that can allow something like that to happen is so incredible. I can't even see that happening in other countries, you know. So it's just an amazing moment of time. A moment of time makes you believe that anything is possible.
Yeah, true, absolutely.
Yeah.